Have you ever wondered how an NFL player's career is going to turn out before they even play a snap? Well, in today's video, that's what we're going to find out. We're going to be simming through Ashton Jeantys' entire career. Hopefully, it's only with the Raiders. We're going to see how many yards, how many touchdowns he can get. If they win a Super Bowl with him, we're going to see what the Raiders do to put a team around him. We came in as Pete Carroll as the coach. Everything is set to auto, and we are going to sim. Hopefully, it's a long, fruitful career for Ashton Jeanty, so let's get into the video today. Before we get into the video today, if you're enjoying all of the new Madden 26 content, please click the like button on the video, click subscribe, and without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so as we get out of simming here the first season, really hoping for a Pro Bowl year in year one. Would love for him to have about 1,200 yards rushing, maybe 10 touchdowns. Not expecting a crazy amount of touchdowns just because sometimes the playbooks in Madden are a little weird. Hopefully didn't get hurt, and we will see what we can do. Went 5-12, so that is a little rough. And then we can go in here and look at the stats. Geno didn't have a great year, didn't have a really bad year. And yeah, Jeanty, almost on the dot. 1,200 yards and 9 touchdowns, so a really good prediction for me, I guess. But good first season, no fumbles, 36 broken tackles, played in all 17 games, averaged 4.2 yards a carry on 280 carries. In the receiving game, he got 32 catches, 253 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So a great rookie year. Okay, so in the yearly recap, he did not win Offensive Rookie of the Year, which is fine. We're going to go in and take a look, see if he got into the Pro Bowl. Already up to a 90 overall, as this takes forever to load. So yeah, an 88 playing up to a 90, which is what you love to see. Awards, did not make the Pro Bowl, but had a really, really strong first season. So not mad about it at all. We're going to go ahead and sim to next season and get going. Okay, we're in at year 2, the start, playing the Los Angeles Rams here in week 1. I'm going to go ahead and sim to the playoffs again and see how Ashton Jeanty does here in year 2. I would say probably around 12 to 1,300 yards again, maybe 12 to 13 touchdowns this season. Hopefully we improve from that record we had last year. I believe we went 5-12. So hopefully looking to get towards more like an 8-9 or a 7-10 record. But I will let this sim out and then we will see. Okay, well, here in season 2 in the playoffs, we are 9-8 going up against the 13-4 Bills. We can take a look at the schedule here. That's the playoff schedule. Let's go back out here and the team schedule and check it out. Regular season. So start out 1-3, get back to even at a 500 record of 3-3. Then a couple of losses, couple of wins, lose 3 in a row, then win our last 4 to make the playoffs. Including 3 AFC teams in weeks 15, 16, and 17. So a great season. We can go in here to the stats and check out Ashton Jeanty, what he did. 19-8 touchdown to interceptions for Geno, and 2,900 yards. So rushing 900 for Ashton Jeanty, got 9 touchdowns. Interesting. Okay. Receiving, he had 16 for 97 yards. I'm wondering if he got hurt, or if maybe the CPU is a little strange this season. I would think with less rushing yards, he would have not. Yeah, it looks like he got hurt. How do we see the games that he played? Can we see that in here? Season stats. There we go. Yeah, he was hurt. He was hurt from week 6 to week 11. Okay, that makes way more sense. Because, he was, 73, 122, 117. He was on a tear, 59, 73. Got hurt in the week 6 game against the Niners, 1 carry for 8 yards. Came back 22 for 114 and 2 touchdowns. And then followed up 16 for 88 and a touchdown. So, wow. Okay. So, yeah, he was hurt for 5 weeks. So that makes more sense as to why the stats were definitely lower. He would have had around 1,400 yards if not hurt. So not bad at all in year 2. Probably not going to make a Pro Bowl or anything like that. But I guess we'll go week by week and just see how we do in the playoffs. I can't imagine we're going to beat the Bills here. So yeah, and we don't. So a 9-8 record, a first round exit in the wild card round of the playoffs in year 2, and we will see what we can do in year 3 to get Jeanty hopefully to his first Pro Bowl and hopefully over 1,000 yards again. All right, so here in year 3, we're going to go ahead and start simming again, already up to week 5. I'm excited to see what Jeanty can do in year 3, fully healthy. And for this, just to kind of preface things, he's in the starting running back role, he's the starting third down back role, and the starting power back role. So he is all 3. He's going to get every single opportunity to get touches throughout each game. I have turned practice injury and wear and tear off just because the opportunity for a star player like Ashton Jeanty is, or really any star player, to get hurt in practice during the season is extremely low, because really there's not a lot of full contact, full pad practices during the season, maybe once or twice a week, and really the star players, they're untouchable in practice. So that's that. We're almost out of the sim here, and we went 7-10, so a downgrade from last year where we went 9-8. So we can check out what we got as far as stats. I have a new quarterback. I didn't even think to check. Steven Lawrence, who we drafted last season, 3,000 yards, 18 touchdowns, 15 picks. Ashton Jeanty, 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns, again, no fumbles, 31 broken tackles. And then receiving 15 catches for 130 yards and 1 touchdown. We'll go in here to his player card again. He has to be at least a 90 overall now. He's up to a 92 overall at 23 years old, superstar dev. I don't know if this is going to be good enough for a Pro Bowl or not. It is not as of yet. I don't know when that loads in, but that's the stats through 3 years. Looks like he was probably fully healthy. We can take a look at the season stats and kind of see. So he was out, looks like, for 1 week throughout here. So it looks like he missed week 13. So it is what it is. I've toyed with just turning injuries off, and honestly, I think I might end up doing that just to get the full experience for him. But I don't know. All right, here in year 4 of the Ashton Jeantys Career Sim, we did go ahead and turn injuries off just to kind of, again, best case scenario it. If he's healthy his whole career, this is what he can do. Already through 5 weeks of the sim in year 4, so I'll get back to you guys when we're done simming. All right, we're coming out of the sim here in week 18. We're going to see if we can make the playoffs here in year 4, and a 13-4 record, and we have a first round bye. So let's go into the schedule, take a look here. Ashton Jeanty, you can already see, led the league in rushing. And in the regular season, this is what happened. Started off 5-0 before losing 2 in a row. And man, another 4-game winning streak. Ended the season winning 2 in a row. Just a dominant season. We can go in and check out the stats now. Steven Lawrence still at quarterback, 30 touchdowns, 7 picks. 68% of his passes were completed for almost 3,700 yards. Rushing, Jeanty with 1,300, almost 1,400 yards, only 8 touchdowns. Carl Hayden somehow had 9 touchdowns, so he probably was in the power back role, which is unfortunate, but that's okay. Receiving, we can look. Ashton Jeanty had 22 catches, 214 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Jacoby Myers having a dominant season as well, my goodness. And then Brock Bowers obviously doing his thing as well. But yeah, this team looks great, so we will head in here, and we're just going to go week by week and see if the Las Vegas Raiders can win a Super Bowl here. Can Jeanty take them to the Super Bowl? We will play the 11-6 Patriots in the divisional round after our first round bye. So we're going to see what they can do here, and we lose 28-23 to the Patriots. We will move on to next season and see if year 5 is different for the Raiders and Ashton Jeantys' career. Okay, here in year 5 now in 2029, we're going to go ahead and sim to the playoffs. After a league-leading rushing year for Ashton Jeanty, a 13-4 record, and then a divisional round loss to the Patriots. After getting the first round bye, the Raiders look to bounce back. Jeanty looks to get even more dominant in his career in year 5. He's, I believe, up to a 94, 95 overall now at 24, 25 years old. So we're going to see what he can do. I'll be back with you guys when the season is over. Okay, well, another 7-10 record. That is back-to-back years at 7-10. Okay, so another 7-10 record here. Contract got extended again. We are max level with Pete Carroll. At some point, it's going to force him to retire. Got a little glimpse of Jeantys' stats there. So we can go in here to the team schedule and check out what happened. Started off 2-2 and then lost a couple. A long losing streak of 4 games in the middle of the year, and then lost our last 2. So just a disappointing season. I'm sure that the team stats were not terrible. Yeah, from the looks of it, Steven Lawrence had another great year. 23 touchdowns, 4 picks, 3,100 yards. Jeanty had 1,280 yards and 13 touchdowns, so his career high in touchdowns. And then we can look here as well. Looks like Brock Ferris had a dominant season, but Ashton Jeanty had 3 touchdown catches, 294 yards, 26 catches. So in here we can go in and look at the career stats so far through 5 years. So yeah, most touchdowns the first time he cracked 10 on the ground, 5.7 yards per carry for the second year in a row, and 1,280 yards. Just a great season, and has had 2 Pro Bowl appearances, led the league in rushing yards, and got last year's best running back. So racking up the awards, not necessarily meaning the team success so far, but obviously he can only do so much. So we're going to get into year 6 now and hopefully turn this Raiders team around. Okay, well, here in 2030, in Season 6 of Ashton Jeantys' career, and we're going to get going on this season. Go ahead and sim it out. I will see you guys at the playoffs. All right, we are simming year 6 currently, going to the playoffs. As we get into it, Ashton Jeanty is a 96 overall, playing up to a 98 at the start of the season. Looking for another 1,300 to 1,400 yard season, hopefully over 10 touchdowns. And hopefully the Raiders can get back to the playoffs. They drafted a new quarterback. He's been playing well. Jeanty is obviously dominant as ever. So hopefully this season, already in week 10 now in the sim, hopefully this season turns out okay and they can make it to the playoffs. All right, as we come out of the sim here, we went 11-6. Finally a good season after going 13-4, back-to-back 7-10 records. So we can take a look at the playoff bracket. We are the number 2 seed behind the New England Patriots, who actually beat us in the divisional round a couple years ago. So we will back out here going against the 10-7 LA Chargers, our division rivals. We can take a look at the stats. We can see Jeanty had about 1,200 yards, did get second in the NFL in rushing yards. Yeah, Steven Lawrence has been, pretty consistently good. This is about the season we've been having from him every year so far in the sim. But Jeanty, 215 carries, 1,263 yards, 5.9 a carry, so even higher than his career average. 13 touchdowns, and again, 0 fumbles with 40 broken tackles. Receiving, he had 17 catches for 165 yards. It's getting better and better. He's just a dominant player. And so we will sim week by week here to see if they can make a playoff run here and get to a Super Bowl. We do beat the Chargers 34-28. We will play the Buffalo Bills in the divisional round now, so we can check that out as well. And we lose to the Buffalo Bills 45-0. Oh my goodness. All right, we will sim to next season, and hopefully in year 7, Ashton Jeanty can lead the Raiders to the Super Bowl. All right, as we sim in year 7 now to the playoffs, Ashton Jeanty is a 96 overall, playing up to a 98 again. Playoffs are bust here pretty much in year 7 for the Raiders in this sim of Ashton Jeantys' career. It's been rough up and down. We got 13-4, got the 1 seed 3 years ago, then had a couple of seasons, 4 years ago now, I guess, had a couple of seasons where we were below 500 and missed the playoffs, and then we got back to the playoffs last year, going 10-7 or 11-6, either one. I think it was 11-6. And lost in the second round after beating the Chargers in the first round. So as we get out of the sim here, hopefully we're in the playoffs again this year. Hopefully we can make a little bit of a deeper playoff run. In year 7, Jeanty is only going to play so long. Running backs have shorter careers. So we're going to see how long the sim lets him play. And we, go 3-14. Okay, well, let's go in here, look at the schedule. Jeanty, we saw, led the league in rushing. I try not to look at that, but it catches my eye every time. So lose 3 in a row to start the year, win 1, lose 4 in a row, 2 in a row, and then lost 5 in a row to end the year. I can't wait to see what happened with our team stats-wise to do that. And it's not even a bad year again from Steven Lawrence. 18 touchdowns, 5 picks, 3,243 yards. That's not bad. Rushing, Jeanty had 1,345 yards, 10 touchdowns. Again, no fumbles. Receiving, he had 24 catches for 276 yards and 2 touchdowns. So we can go in here and take a look and pull up the career stats for Jeanty and kind of see a better look at everything. Superstar X Factor is just a 99 overall now. So these are the career stats here in year 7. And, I mean, he has not fumbled in his career. That is how dominant of a player he is. Broken tackles machine, a yak machine, has a touchdown carry of 91 yards and then 83 this season, one for 80 and a couple 70-plus yarders. We'll head into next season, year 8, and we'll kind of speed up the process here until hopefully the Raiders can do something and win a Super Bowl. All right, here in year 8, a 6-11 record. The team is a 90 overall with a 95 offense. I mean, really just continuing to get better every season. And Ashton Jeanty continuing to get better every season. 26-5 for Steven Lawrence, 3,300 yards, completed 70% of his passes. 233 carries, 1,400 yards, and 14 touchdowns. Again, no fumbles for Jeanty. And he had 18 catches, 157 yards, and a touchdown in the air. Just another dominant season, a disappointing season for the team after a performance like this. We will move on to next season. All right, coming out of the sim here in year 8 with Ashton Jeanty and the Raiders. Hopefully we can make the playoffs. I mean, it's been a disappointing career so far. Not for Jeanty individually, but for the Raiders. Only, I believe, 3 playoff appearances in 8 years. So we're going to see if the sim will ever end. We can check out what happened this season. All right, well, another disappointing year, an 8-9 record. And the Raiders not able to make the playoffs. So we can check out what Jeanty did here. Steven Lawrence, another strong season. And Ashton Jeanty, 1,100 yards, 9 touchdowns. Again, no fumbles. And had 26 catches, 175 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Okay, so through 9 years in the NFL, Ashton Jeanty, these are the stats. These are the touchdowns. He looks insane. On the rushing list, we can go in here. He is 5th among active players. So kind of the annoying thing, when he retires, we'll be able to see that he made the Hall of Fame. We'll be able to see all of his awards. We won't be able to see his stats. So every season I'm going to be going in, checking out the stats, making sure I get them as close as possible. And then the year that he retires, we'll just have to figure that out when we get there. But this is the player. I mean, this is one of the most dominant running backs we've seen. More than likely, he will probably eclipse the all-time rushing record for a career as well as touchdowns at some point. So we're just going to keep going, power through the next couple seasons, and I'll update you guys when something cool happens. All right, well, here in year 10 of the career sim of Ashton Jeanty on the Raiders, we went 9-8, made the playoffs playing the 12-5 Miami Dolphins in the wild card round. You can take a look here at the stats and see what we've got going on. Steven Lawrence, 23 touchdowns, 8 picks, another solid season from the quarterback. And Jeanty, 1,300 yards, 8 touchdowns. Again, no fumbles. He has not fumbled one time in his entire career so far. That is insane through 10 years. And then Jeanty, 187 yards in the air, 2 touchdowns on 19 catches. So another great season. Brock Bowers doing his thing still in his 11th season. I mean, it's crazy. I don't think this year's going to be the year at 9-8 we win a Super Bowl, but we will definitely take a look and see as we advance the week here to the divisional round. And we will see if we can pull out the win here. We can against the Dolphins, 28-18. Going up against the Broncos now. We will check out what the Broncos have to offer. And we lose 42-31. So we will move on to next season and reload for another chance at the playoffs. Okay, so as we start year 11 in 2035 of the franchise sim of Ashton Jeantys' career on the Raiders, he's down to a 94 overall. He got up to a 99 for about 3 seasons. So as we sim through here, I'm thinking we're getting close to the end of his career. Hopefully, we can make a deep playoff run and get him a Super Bowl. Otherwise, we will just have one of the greatest running backs ever and not have a Super Bowl. So we'll get to the end of this sim, and then I'll let you guys know if we made the playoffs. All right. Well, in year 11 here, the Las Vegas Raiders go 8-9. Don't make the playoffs. Our contract was extended. Pete Carroll has to be about 95 at this point. We will take a look at the stats here and see Ashton Jeantys. You can see on the right led the league in rushing again. 20-4 from Stephen Lawrence, just the consistent quarterback for us, just not able to put us over the hump though. Another 0 fumble season. Ashton Jeantys has not fumbled in 11 seasons in the NFL. 1,300 yards, 5.8 yards per carry. He ended up having 29 catches, 208 yards, and a touchdown through the air. So just another great season for Ashton Jeantys in an offense that was 14th in the NFL in yards. So we're going to sim the next season and just hope for the best. Okay, so at the age of 32 here in year 11, this is Ashton Jeantys' career so far. Just at the start of the season here, but I wanted to check the stats out for his whole career just in case this is his last season because he is starting to regress. He's at a 91 overall now. So only missed 1,000 yards in one season in his career, and he was hurt for 6 games. So that's crazy. Has consistently had over 10 touchdowns at least half of his seasons. Had exactly 10 last year on 1,300 yards. Again, has not fumbled in his entire career. I don't know of a running back, especially one that's a workhorse like this, that has never fumbled. I didn't touch any sliders. The only thing I turned off was injuries so that we could get a full look at what a potentially fully healthy long career would look like. And he's dominating. It's insane. A lot of good things in the air as well. A couple 100 yards at least every season. A couple touchdowns every year. Had 3 back in 2029. And had, looks like in 2029 as well, 294 yards through the air. So not bad at all. As far as the awards, he has 8 Pro Bowl appearances. He's led the league in rushing 5 times, 2028 and 2029 best running back. Really just a dominant player. Hopefully we can get him a Super Bowl or at least a long playoff run before the end of his career. So we're going to keep on going now. Okay, well, this is probably best case scenario coming to the end of Jeantys' career here at age 32. 11-6. A wild card game versus the 9-8 Buffalo Bills. Take a look here at the stats. Looks like Jeantys did not have as many rushing yards as normal. 34-5 for Stephen Lawrence, 3,884 yards. And Jeantys had 1,177 yards, 6 touchdowns. So you can already tell he's starting to fall off a little bit in terms of production. Receiving, looks like he had 24 catches, 177 yards, and a career high 4 receiving touchdowns, which is awesome to see. So we will go week by week here in the playoffs and try and see if we can win them a Super Bowl. Obviously, it's just up to the sim if we're going to have a first-round exit or not, but we'll take a look and see. And we do win 19-17 against the Bills. Denver Broncos go 13-4. We play them in the divisional round, so we will sim this one as well and see what it comes out to be. And we do lose 34-10. So we got our contract extended with Pete Carroll. He has to be at least 110 years old by now. We're going to go take a look at the stats for Ashton Jeantys just in case it is his last season. 12 years is a long time for running back to play in the NFL. So it would not surprise me at age 32, going to be 33 if he is calling it a career after this season. So we'll take a look here. So, over 1,000 yards every year but 2026, and he was hurt for 6 games that season. So to get 930 yards and 9 touchdowns with missing 6 games is huge for him. So there are the career stats rushing. Here are the career stats receiving. Had his most receiving touchdowns in his career in a season so far this last season. So a good season from him. And then the awards, 9 Pro Bowls, led the league in rushing 5 times, 2028 and 2029 best running back award. So really good career. Hopefully this isn't the end. Hopefully we get one more chance to get him a Super Bowl in the silver and black. And we will move on to next season and see what we can do. All right, so after 12 years in the NFL, Ashton Jeantys did retire, but a 12-year NFL career for who's probably going to be, turns out to be one of the better running backs in NFL history in this Madden sim of his career. A great career for him. We will head out and find out if he has made the Hall of Fame or not. Okay, well, Ashton Jeanty did end up making the Hall of Fame. 20,847 legacy score. No Super Bowls, did not make a championship game appearance, had 11 yearly awards, led the league in rushing 5 times, and had, I believe, 10 Pro Bowl appearances. So, again, I'll put the stats up on screen for you to see his career stats. Crazy. Crazy player, crazy career. It was very disappointing that he could not get a Super Bowl in the silver and black. Hopefully, in real life, we can take care of that and get him a few. As a Raiders fan, obviously, I'm going to be rooting for him no matter what. So it was interesting to see how this career sim turned out. I really love how it turned out. I mean, he's one of the most dominant running backs in NFL history in this career sim. So I think that as long as he can stay healthy in real life, this can happen in real life. He can have a long career. And obviously, I hope it's always with the Raiders since we did draft him. But I look forward to seeing him in his rookie season. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's a little bit different, trying to mix up the content and make some more fun and engaging content for you guys, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, share the video with your friends, and comment your favorite part or what you thought would happen, and I will see you guys in the next one.